You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. We gotta talk, of course, y'all. We are back with another video. We had the post Juneteenth, okay, 15 days after Juneteenth celebration this weekend. Those of you guys who know, you know, all right. So we celebrated and we took our time and we relaxed, we chilled. We had a good old-fashioned weekend, all right. So those of you who know, you know, right? That's what we were celebrating this weekend. Spend some time by the pool, out on a boat. Y'all, I learned something about boat life this weekend. Boat life is different, okay? People that own boats and yachts and stuff like that, they are on a different vibration. I'll give y'all that in another video. But baby, let me tell y'all something. The boat people be boating, all right? Anyway, if you guys are new here and you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell button, and let's get down into the business, all right? Before we get into the Jock and Kendra of it all, can we celebrate something? Can we celebrate the love that's apparently real? All right, the love that is real. Eva Marcille appears to confirm that she and Michael Sterling are back together. Now, this was a soft launch video from the Essence Fest, right? Okay, so in the comments, someone says she loves that man down. And Eva Marcille said, and do. Someone else said, he's a good man, Savannah, a good man. And then Eva commented, and is, hashtag Sterlings. Now, I mean, I ain't seen nothing to refute this. So I have to believe that given all of the social media chatter that's been kind of surrounding this couple after this post was made, I have to believe that maybe, just maybe, they are back on the good foot. Now, we know around the time period that, you know, they were divorcing and it was announced that he said that he was going to fight for his marriage. And we also know, if you followed her journey on, I can't remember that show that she did. But then what's the name of the show she did with Nivea, with Tammy Rivera, and the other girl from the UK? I cannot remember her name. Sorry to that woman. All right. But y'all know what show I'm talking about. It's on Peacock. They went to Vietnam, I believe, and they spent like a couple of days. It's such a good show if you haven't seen it. It's only 3 episodes. You can binge it in a couple of hours. And it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, if you followed that journey, you will have seen how devastated she was over the ending of that relationship. And so it was clear to see that there was some hurting going on there, but maybe, just maybe, time heals all wounds. And if you really notice, we never really got a definitive answer on what happened between the two. So again, this is why I stated, and I stated it back then, I don't think we will ever know the true why. And I think that that was probably to their credit and to their benefit, because people weren't really allowed to we could only speculate, right? We didn't know the nitty to the gritty, and neither party dragged the other, which I also think is very nice and interesting as well. So I think that when we talk about news and stuff like that on this channel, I really want us to also get into the habit of celebrating the wins and stuff like that as well. Yes, we will talk about the drama, but isn't it nice when we can discuss stories like this? And the story last week with Wendy Williams and seeing her out and about, at least we can also have good things too, right? So I wanted to get that in first. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. Are you happy about it? What do you think about it? I want to know. All right. So now that we have checked that, now let's check into the drama. Now, this all started with a post that I happened to see on Reality Entertainment TV. I'll post that link in the description down below as well. I wanted to shout them out because that was the first place that I actually saw this story. But I went to Jock's page and I kind of wanted to like just dive into like what was really happening. And the reason I want to dive into what was really happening, because I really think that we got to talk about exactly what this whole situation is really giving. All right, let's talk about what this situation is actually giving. Now, Jock says, when I close my eyes, this is what I see. I'm tired of feeling like I can't be human in a world full of humans. I hate how strangers can just send ish to my wife and she instantly sides with them. Well, I'm done with all this play rhetoric. I've been one of the most consistent people you will ever meet, and I'm at a point where I'm just done. P.S. I don't want a celebration for walking away. All right. So then he says in the caption here, maybe I should just move to another country. Maybe I'm not as valued as I think I should be. And then he tags his wife, Kendra, and says, I tried to give you my all and you don't see the true king in me. I pray you find happiness somewhere else or elsewhere. So, I went down into the comments and one person says, one thing Kendra going to do is listen to everybody else, though. So I said, okay, well, let me go and find out, like, is there more information about this, right? And so apparently someone has sent him a message that says, are you in New Orleans with your husband? Or I guess this message was sent to Kendra. And it says, are you in New Orleans with your husband? If not, I'm in New Orleans and have some info. So he posted this and then he says, I got one question. Why do people always get in other people's business? He was like, SHIT or SHIID. I need to know the information as well. We're good on our end. Make sure you're good on your end. That was 6 days ago, right? And so then this most recent post was 14 hours ago. So then you go on further and it goes into this post right here. It says, today I allowed the rest of me to get the best of me. I know the man I've become and the sacrifices I made to evolve. Never allow people to belittle you. Apologize for the belittling, then turn around and stand on that belittling. I will be logging off social media and possibly taking some time to reflect on my decisions. Side note, we are all only here for a short stay, so I beg of you, don't waste your time or others if you truly love them. Now, to put this all into context for you, the reason why we want to talk about this today is because obviously we talk about reality news and entertainment TV as related to some of the shows that we actually really love to watch, like Love and Hip Hop, which happens to be coming back tomorrow, right? So today is what, Monday? Basketball Wives will be on tonight. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta will be back tomorrow. So it's interesting to me. I mean, we gotta when we talk about Love and Hip Hop, we gotta have a real ponderosa about what really happens every time a new season is about to start. Every time a new season is about to start, that's when it feels to me like the drama starts to get amped up, right? Whether it is drama that started at the start of filming or whether it is drama that starts right before, it seems like there's always some mini explosion with some of the characters on the show or some of the castmates on the show. Which tends to drive people back to viewing the show to find out what really happened or what at least happened in the filming process and the edit of what happened during that process, what happened during the filming process, right? Because we all know that anything can be filmed, but what will be shown and edited could be a completely different thing depending on the story that the producers want to tell, right? So we know that for a fact. So my question to you guys is this: is this real or is this another aspect of their continuously volatile relationship? That's what I want to understand from you guys. Now, I don't know why he posted that message from that person. And I also I don't know that Jock and Kendra should be listening to other people who send them DMs. Not that those people are telling tall tales or anything like that, but just from the fact that people really shouldn't have that availability or that level of access to you, right? And I don't really. I'm saying when you're at that level, like, can anybody just shoot you a DM and you're like reading it and paying attention to it? Like, there's that. I mean, and then there's also like, I mean, why don't I just share each other's locations? Put the location on, drop the locations. If y'all have that many issues and you can't trust each other to move around in the way that y'all need to move around, put your location in the chat. Okay. That's number one. All right. actually, if you got to go that far, now that I think about it, if you got to go that far because it's a level of distrust, is that a situation that you really want to be in? I mean, if because at a certain point in time, maybe y'all just got to know who each other is, right? If you really think that he moving around, in that way, and you're okay with it, then obviously you're okay with it because you keep staying, right? But the other side of that coin is, for Jock, I mean, what are you doing to make her feel as though she needs to now listen to this person and that person? Um, but we also know their history, so it ain't too hard to believe why she might be listening to that person and this person. But at the end of the day, my greater question is, are y'all just gonna like what I mean, here's the thing. Because of the sheer amount of issues that you guys keep having, it kind of feels to me like maybe, just maybe, y'all need to like move in a different way. Because at a certain point in time, I get that you guys are on a reality TV show, but isn't this a little traumatic for you to continuously go through all the time? Like, isn't that traumatic? I would imagine that it is quite traumatic to year after year have these crazy major blowups where you guys are cursing each other out. And even if that's just for show, that's still wild. That energy to have that type of energy in any way, shape, or form, it is wild. So maybe the healthiest thing for you guys both would be to move on. I don't really know. All I know is it's like the coming to the social media with it. When you do that, you allow people the opportunity to begin to speculate, and then you have literally invited us all into the relationship, whether you like it or not. And I know that part of your relationship is for TV. So there is a part of your relationship that is a little bit for sale. And I know that sounds harsh, but when you put that out there like that, and that is what is happening on the show, there is a little bit of your relationship that becomes up for sale and up for grabs and up for people to think that they can just access you and tell you things and you believe it and then you run with it and now it's story and now it's a cyclical thing that continues to happen again and again and again. Is this what you want? Because otherwise, if you did not want it, you probably would not be on the show, and that would not be your continuous story, right? But anyway, that's just me. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Do you think they're done for good, for now, or not at all? Part of me believes not at all, because this is a thing year after year. There's always some new blow up. There's always some new curse out. There's always some new almost altercation. So I just have a hard time having a lot of sympathy, even though I kind of understand like this. I mean, there's the show aspect of your relationship, and then there's a real life aspect of it. For the audience, we don't know which is which. So there's that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm no relationship expert. I'm no Iyanla Van Zandt, but I mean, I know a little sign. I mean, and I just kind of feel like this is unhealthy. Anyway, if you like this type of content, make sure you guys stick around. We will be recapping Basketball Wives, and we will be recapping Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, or as much as I can stand. And make sure you guys keep it locked onto the channel for other news, interviews, and all that kinds of information to drop. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next video.